Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue with the communication skills, session number 4, 5, and 6. Before starting, let us recapitulate. We have studied about what is communication, importance of communication, various barriers in communication, effective communication, like 7 C's: clear, concise, concrete, correct, coherent, complete, courteous. And then we have gone through the verbal, non-verbal, and visual communication. Now we are going to study about the writing skills parts of speech. Here we are going to mainly focus on the sentences. First of all, sentences are very important, like they are very helpful for us to communicate in a better manner. How sentences are formed? Sentences are the group of words. Like here it's an example: Raju goes to school. Right? Now if the sentences is not making a complete sense, then it is known as a phrase. For example, Raju goes. It is not making a complete sentence, so it is called as a phrase. Now we are going to focus upon the capital letters. Like we know, all the sentences begin with the capital letters, but there are few points or few words that we make capital. Here it is a rule: mints. Let us study about mints. What is mints? With this rule, this is the capitalization rule, we will get to know to make which character capital in the sentence. For example, the alphabet M stands for months. That means the name of the month will be capital. Here in the example it is given, I will go to college in June. June, J is capital, right? That means M stands for month and J is capital. So whether it's January, February, January is J capital, February is F capital. Then here it comes the I. I means you have to capitalize the letter I whenever it is used. Like I play tennis with him every day, or I play hockey every day. So I will be capital. Next, it's the turn of N. N stands for names. So name of people and places will be capital. Like this Tuesday, Vidya will be in Rajasthan. Vidya, Rajasthan, Tuesday, all their first characters are capital. Next is T. T is titles. You have to capitalize the title of books, movies, and titles used before the pupil's name. For example, Dr. Shah and Mr. Patel work together. You can see Dr. D's and Mr. M is capital, right? Now it's turn for the S. It's the simple starting letter of all these sentences are capital. Let us take an example. The cat ran out of the house. So T is capital. Now it's turn of the punctuation. Now what is punctuation is? Punctuation marks are symbols that help us to organize and structure our sentences. It means the correct use of full stop or comma in our writing. It helps us to separate parts of a sentence and explain its meaning. We all know different punctuations like full stop, comma, question mark, exclamation mark, and apostrophe. First come to the full stop, right? Full stop shows the end of a sentence. For example, he is a good doctor. Comma. Comma shows a pause in the sentence. For example, after the waiter gave me a menu, I ordered food. The second way, we can also use a comma to separate items when we are listing out more than two items in a row. For example, I bought apples, oranges and grapes. So when you are using more than one item in a sentence, you use comma to separate them. Now coming to the next, that is the question mark. Question mark, we use a question mark at the end of a question. For example, what is your name? How old are you? Next is our exclamation mark. We use exclamation mark at the end of a word or a sentence to indicate a strong feeling, such as when we get surprise, shock or anger. Let us take an example. What a pleasant surprise. Or when ma'am say, excellent, keep it up. So all these are the example of exclamation. Apostrophe. Apostrophe is to show that something belongs to someone. Like this is Divya's pen. So here is our topic, basic parts of speech. What does a basic part of speech means? It indicates how a word is used in a sentence to make it meaningful and grammatically correct. There are 8 parts of speech. First, noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. Here is a picture depicting nouns, name, place, animal, thing, pronouns that replaces nouns, I, you, he and she, adjectives, salt, sour, sweet and spicy. Adjective describes the nouns. Here are the verbs. Verbs are the actions, fall, teach. Adverbs. Adverbs describes the verbs, adjective or other adverbs, eat slowly, sing loudly. Here is a table describing the parts of speech. First come the noun. As we know, nouns are the words that refers to a name, place, animal or a thing. Let us take an example. Rima wrote a letter. Both Rima and letter are nouns. Pronoun. A pronoun that replaces a noun. For example, Rima wrote a letter. She is tired. So she is used for the Rima here. Adjectives. Adjectives are the word that describes the other words. For example, here Rima wrote a long letter. So letter is written in a long format. So long is an adjective. Verbs. Verbs show some actions. Right? Rima wrote a letter. So here wrote is a verb. What action she was actually performing. Next is adverbs. Adverbs are the words that add meanings to the verb or the adjective. Like Rima quickly wrote a letter. Quickly. He eats slowly. So slowly, quickly is an adverb. Or example like easily, always, inside, before. These all are the example of adverb. Now here come the supporting parts of speech. Like what are the other parts beside of these? Articles, conjunctions, prepositions and interjections. Let us see what are they. First come the articles. A and the are the articles. For example, the car stopped suddenly because a cat ran in front of it. A book, an apple, an umbrella, the sun. A and the are the articles. Here are the rules where we have to use a, an or the. An is used before words with a vowel A, E, I, O, U. We all know these are the 5 vowels. A is used before the nouns, like for example, a book. The is used to refer to specific or particular words. For example, the sun, the dog. Now it's time for the conjunctions. What are conjunctions? Conjunctions connect the words, phrases, clauses, or sentences. For example, I also went to the market. Sheila and I went to the market. See, instead of saying Sheila went to the market, I also went to the market, we can say Sheila and I went to the market. So, and is a conjunction. Here I am giving you one more example. I was tired, so I went to the sleep. Conjunctions. Conjunctions are used to connect the words, phrases, clauses, or other sentences. For example, do you want oranges or apples? Like one more example, Sheila and I went to the market, and or these are the conjunctions. Preposition. Preposition are related to show the relationship between the words in a sentence. For example, the cat is on the roof. On. The shop is at the end of the road. At. Rahul is standing under the tree. Under. I live in Delhi. In. These all are the preposition. Now interjections. They are the exclamation that express strong feelings like wow, oops, oh no, thanks, help. Session number 5, writing skills sentences. Here we are going to study about subject, object, verb, active voice, passive voice, direct object, indirect object, and the types of sentences. So firstly start with the what are the parts of sentences. We all know sentences are made up of 3 parts, that is subject, object, and verb. Now comes here with an example. Divya reads a book. Divya is a subject. Reads is a verb. Book is an object. How we describe subject? The person or a thing that performs an action. The object or thing that receives the action is known as object. What is a verb? That describes the action, what is actually being done by the subject. So Divya reads a book. Divya is a subject who is performing. Reads is an action. A book, what is exactly action is performed on. Let us take an example. I ate an apple. I is a subject. Ate is a verb, and apple is an object. So here are few more examples you can go through. Coming to the next, types of objects. What are the types of object? Actually there are 2 types, direct or indirect. How actually they are being classified, let me tell you. What does Divya read? It's stating what is Divya is going to read or what she is reading right now. The answer is very clear. She is reading book right now. So this is a direct object. What is known as indirect object? For example, Abdul gave a gift to his mother. Now gave is a verb. Abdul is a subject. Gift is an object. Right? This is a direct object. Now his mother. His mother. This is an indirect object. Why this is an indirect object? Gift is an object. Now for whom that gift is? For his mother. So this is an indirect object. objects are classified in either direct or indirect. Where you are getting the direct answer, that is a direct object. Where you are getting an object and with for whom is it the object is, that is indirect object. Now here come the active and passive sentences. Sanjay broke the glass. Active voice, the glass was broken by Sanjay. Passive voice, let me tell you how it is being classified. Sanjay broke the glass. When the subject come first, then verb and then object, it is known as active. When we make the object first, the glass was broken by Sanjay, this is a passive voice. Sanjay broke the glass, active voice. The glass was broken by Sanjay is a passive voice. Here are few more examples. She wrote a letter. A letter was written by her. He opened the door. The door was opened by him. Mohan played the flute. The flute was played by Mohan. Now next is types of sentences. Here are the example of type of the sentences. I think you guys can assume what are the type of sentences are. So I am leaving this up to you. Now let us quickly see the types of sentences. First one is the declarative sentence. The simplest one that ends with a full stop is known as a declarative sentence. Let us see the example. I go to school. I like eating vegetable is a type of declarative sentence. Next is question, or you can say the interrogative one that ends with a question mark. Did you go to school? Do you like eating vegetables? Now exclamatory that ends with an exclamation mark. I came first in the class. Order or imperative sentence. It shows an order where we give an order, command, advice, request to someone in the sentence is known as the imperative. Like go to college today. Wear your sweater. Go eat your vegetables. The command giving sentences are known as the imperative one. Now what are paragraphs? We have read about the sentences. Group of words are known as sentences. Now a group of sentences forms a paragraph. The main rule of paragraph writing is to focus on one idea. While writing sentences, focus on the main topic in a proper sentence order. For example, if you want to write a paragraph on my school, then start with writing the name of the school, location, size, and infrastructure of the school. Then give the other details about its foundation and history. So students, I am ending the session of today with this only. I hope you guys understand it. If there are any queries, any doubt, you can ping me. You can give me a call or a WhatsApp message. I will revert you back as soon as possible. Thank you.